Hello, I'm Steven Reyes, and today we will be taking a look at the game American Hero. And boy, this game is interesting that this one was originally set for the 90s and was just recently finished. It is hilarious. At the beginning of the game, they have pages and pages and pages of disclaimers to indicate that they don't support the views or commentary, just pretty much a lot of the content within the game. The reason I believe they took the time to finish this game, which they actually went through a lot of effort getting the original actor to do some voiceover to help wrap up the game since it wasn't originally finished. But I believe the reason why this game is interesting is, one, for anybody who's played any decision-based games where your decision will determine whether you survive and can pass the game or just your experience. This was probably one of the first, if not the first game that would have been like that. As you can see, the graphics were very 90s. Simple, you can't even walk around to do stuff and then make decisions. It's literally you're watching a story unfold and then making decisions to determine whether you go right, left, do certain actions, don't do certain actions. And it definitely goes on the crude side with the options you have. That the content, definitely not my cup of tea. I could definitely see how this would have been interesting in the 90s for anybody back then, but I do appreciate that they wanted to show that the choice-based games, how they originally were starting. So it is a nice, it's definitely an interesting view into the past of how things were versus how things are now, that I don't see myself replaying this one, that it was nice just to kind of be back to the old school graphics and kind of a throwback to my childhood, but I definitely would stick with the newer choice-based games that I would probably give the originality of what they were trying to build back in the day a high score, but as for the game being released now, I have to give it more like a 6 out of 10, that this would be just fine watching somebody do a playthrough so you can experience what the game would have been like. But if you truly want to just kind of throw yourself back in the past, go ahead, give it a try. Thank you for watching. I'm Steven Reyes with Gaming Cypher.